is off them. And when you get two players, I mean, they're obviously extremely talented, but they're two of the smartest players in the league. You have two guys like that on the floor. I think Quin has been unbelievable how he's improved. Not that he wasn't a good player before, but I think they help him understand how to be successful, and he's embraced that role. It's a huge part. He puts so much pressure on the rim, and those guys know that, and they reward him for that. And I think having two guys like that, in addition, obviously, the coaching staff, it's something that for a young player, you realize how much that can help you. And to Quin's credit, obviously, he knows that.
What have you learned about the Rockets this season? 3 games against them, all double-digit losses. Obviously, the best team in the NBA.
Well, when you play them, you pretty much answered the question. That they're that good. I think they're unique. So anytime you play a team that's unique, you have to adjust, and you have to adjust quickly, and you have to maintain a level of concentration. And they're so explosive, and that's been an issue for us. The first and the third, particularly the third, where we've been competitive through parts of the game, and then they've turned it up, and we haven't been able to respond. So it's a challenge. It's easy to say that and talk to our team about it, and our players being focused on it, and then doing it. It's like if you get in a race and you realize how fast someone is when you finally have to race against them. And that's whether it's playing with pace or just being so connected. I think as a team, if there's a weak link collectively in a situation where someone loses concentration, they just are so good at exploiting it.
There is a player that you're familiar with, Joe Johnson. What does he add to the mix there for Houston?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's a huge asset for them. It was the same way for us. His role for us was unique. We think back to the playoffs last year, and coming in to that team, he's the type of player, because he's so smart and he's so skilled, that he's able to acclimate very quickly and figure out how he can help them win. And the same way he did for us, obviously, but in a different way and probably in a slightly different role. And you see him last night, posting him. He's such a good passer out of the post. He's just easy to play with. So Joe's the type of player that it doesn't take him long, to be able to complement the entire group.
How do you defend James Harden without fouling?
Well, Tony, it's like a philosophical question, because it's not an easy one to answer. The first thing is, you can't reach, because he's so good at recognizing where he has an advantage. So you have to be disciplined when he does drive, to try to show your hands as best as possible. And those situations where he finds contact in a legal way, because he's so strong and because he's so skilled. It's kind of, we used to say, no holes in your game. He doesn't have any holes in his game. There's nothing that he's not capable of doing on the court. And as a result, he's able to find whatever situation it is and not force himself on the game, but take advantage of it. And it puts you in a situation where you're having to recover. And when you're in that, then he's so smart that he gets it. So I just told you how he does it, and I didn't tell you how to not foul him. And that's the challenge. It's very, very difficult.
You said they're unique. Do you have to change some of what you normally do, or you just got to be a better version of who you always are?
Every team you play, the game plan, varies in some capacity. How much. Sometimes it depends on the team. In their case, there's certain aspects of the game that they exploit, whether it be the spacing and the shooting, pick and roll, the isolations. They're just a really connected team. So as much as anything, it's about concentration and consistency of focus. And you can have great effort, but if you're not focused mentally, you'll break down and they'll score.
When you watch, Joe Ingles hitting three-point shots is obviously a good thing, but when you watch him getting the deflections and steals, making passes, the right basketball play in those clutch situations last game, is that just another indication of how he's mentally consuming and processing not just the game, but each individual game and opponent?
Well, that's basically how Joe was able to push himself in the line, become a rotational player, and then obviously become a starter and basically a key guy for us, and as you mentioned, a playmaker. So, as impressive as anything is the fact that he's been as durable as he has, and you appreciate who he is as a player and what he does for the team, and whether it's shooting or playmaking. I think he's just gradually improved different aspects of his game. Defensively, his hands, his energy, he can be annoying. He annoys me, so I annoy him. So that's good because I love him. So.
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Thank you.